I love the freedom of sailing. No roads, no stop signs, truly the last frontier. We are Gabby and Dan, and we sail our world with Lira Astra. This season, due to COVID, we stayed and explored the islands of Belize. As we make our passage from south to the north of the country, we take a peek into the lives of locals when tourists leave and weather a scary storm. Our journey starts Saturday morning because our favorite resort, Coco Plum, is open this weekend for the locals, and sailors are also welcome. I love the freedom of sailing. No roads, no stop signs, truly the last frontier. Sometimes, when the weather permits, like today, I like to crawl to the front of the boat, lean against the sails, and watch Lira gracefully pierce through the elements. I find it relaxing, almost therapeutic. Everything is aligned, and for that moment, all seems right in the world. We arrived to the haven about an hour before the locals got in and melt into the pool chairs. Coco Plum is one of the best destinations in Belize for many reasons. So when they open 1 week in a month for a discounted price, they fill up easily with the fortunate Belizeans. For that weekend, it seems as if the main season never ended.
And even if my pocket's empty, I don't really want to go to work.
We refresh, stroll through the island, relax at the thatched cabana over the water, take photos, and then do it again the next day.
We are in a paradise called Coco Plum, our second day, and yeah, I cannot describe it with any other words than paradise. Or what do you say?
Cheers. We continue north to San Pedro. But don't stay too long because a huge storm was passing over Mexico and brought heavy rains and confused weather. We came yesterday down to San Pedro.
It's like 4-hour sail, 5-hour sail on open sea. It was okay, but the entrance to San Pedro, that's pretty scary because that's where the waves break. That's where you need to cross the coral reef. And you can take it, but then when you are actually entering San Pedro, you know, you can see the reefs on the side. Like, yeah, I saw the rocks on the right, on the left.
That's the trouble.
And there is a buoy, so you know how to do it, but still, you're scared. And then you come here and it's always windy, so we couldn't really sleep because we're not used to it anymore. And what happened in the past few days or weeks didn't help because there was one rough night in Placencia where quite a few boats dragged. Like today we woke up and we got dressed and we wanted to go out, you know, had a few things to do.
But the wind started to change and my anchor application said that it moved by 10 meters or so. The fact is that it actually did move. We dragged a little bit, we caught again. However, I'm worried unlike with other surfaces, this one is, I think it's like a sand rock, it's kind of flat with little dips in it. This is the anchor doesn't dive in, doesn't go deep. With the wind changing, it's quite tricky.
Yeah,
it's one thing to be on the boat and be able to react, and another to be in the city and not even know and find the boat in
so it's
a
just,
marina.
we might even leave if it's
earlier.
Not stable, and you know, if we wouldn't be able to sleep, it makes no sense to be here.
Safety is number one.
Before pleasure, even. Luckily, we have some rum on the boat.
We still have some rum?
Yeah.
Aye.
So sometimes we are just depending on the weather. Like no matter what plans we make, we just have to adjust.
Gonna be okay, baby.
Yeah, it's one of those days when everything kind of motivates you.
We are departing from San Pedro, going down to Cay Caulker. I have never gone this way before, so it's gonna be new for me. It's very shallow, so I hope we're not gonna get grounded as we go. It's also super windy, which is not optimal, but it's not bad. So hopefully everything is gonna go well. Wish us luck. Because the weather was not easing and there was nothing to do, we decided to take off a few days after we arrived. Alright, mission complete. After some hours, we made it to Cay Caulker and anchored in 2.5 meters. So yeah, for today we're safe and sound. So, crazy thing, we had a neighbor, sailor, stop by and just warn us that there are people stealing things. So for the first time in ever, unless I left the boat for 3 months, I like those compartments out there, and I took down the seats and brought my winches down, and I even pulled up my dinghy. Unfortunately, another sad news is I lost my Mac. It was working fine, and then 1 minute to the next it just stopped working, and it doesn't come back. It's not charging, it's not restarting, not even a hard restart. So yeah, it's crazy. Some weird things are happening around here. Cay Caulker, yeah, weird place right now.
So we arrived to Cay Caulker.
Cay Caulker. It looks like when it fills up, it's a party island.
Party Island.
Yeah, Cay Caulker.
Now we're going for lunch, but we're actually taking the dinghy over because we're scared that they would steal the dinghy.
Yeah. So we come back, hopefully the dinghy's gonna still be there. A rugged boat. Cay Caulker has the perfect location. It's halfway between San Pedro and Belize City. And unlike the other islands, it's accessible with an inexpensive water taxi multiple times per day. Because the weather was not easing and there was nothing to do, we decided to take off a few days after we arrived. Alright, it's Wednesday, a little before 8 a.m. We are in Cay Caulker and going to somewhere close to Coco Plum. I have to take advantage of the high tide, so we're starting early. We're gonna go around, I guess, Cay Chapel and then break through the barrier. Wish me luck because it's been quite windy and the waves are gonna be pretty big.